with a first-class degree from Imperial College London and a master's degree in astrophysics from Queen Mary College at the University of London. He's founder of Weather Action, a leading man-made climate change skeptic, and of course, a leading light. Wasn't he a leading light during the lockdown when he stood up so bravely and spoke up for our rights? Mr. Piers Corbyn.
Well, thank you, Debbie. After that introduction, I don't really need to say anything, do I? Anyway, let's have a go. We've got some great leaflets here, and there's plenty of other great leaflets, but we'll give these out and it explains some of what I'm about to say. First of all, I'm going to talk about what it is, what it isn't, and what to do. We've all got loads of real ID. So why do we even need this? Well, the answer is we don't need this. The government wants us all to go digi and virtual. Why? Well, the answer is in the name, because Brit in BritCard does not stand for Britain. It stands for Biometric Registration, Identification and Tracking. That is what it's about. It's about control and tyranny. And this is explained in this leaflet, which we must give out. Now, where did it come from? It's not new. Tony Blair had a go at this with his ID scheme and gave it up. And they had a go during vax registration, vax passports, all that sort of nonsense. So they are desperate to bring this in, and they will use every trick, especially because it includes programmable money. So, as David said, you go into a place and you won't be able to buy because you've passed your carbon footprint or meat ration or whatever. That is what it's about. Total control on behalf of the World Economic Forum and their new economy of, think about what it is, it's privatized communism. That's what they want. It's total control. It's the same as fascism. That is where it is going. But think about this. While we are busy campaigning against a new law that hasn't come, we must campaign, yes, they are doing other things. As David said, bringing in gov.uk one login imposed on businesses. And on that I say, I'm a business and I will not comply. And while they're doing that, we have also the councils bringing in facial recognition cameras with even, they've done this in Hammersmith. They've done it in Hammersmith. There's some up here as well.
Yes, there's four.
There's four here. Well, four here. Now, we've got a lesson about this stuff. During the ULEZ campaign, we had a chant, drive at will. I'm trying to think what we did say now. Well, yeah, anyway, it was drive at will, take down the cameras. And that is what has to be done. We oppose these cameras and they should be taken down. We should demand the council take them down and not building infrastructure ready for Tony Blair, I was going to say, Keir Starmer's national ID system called BritCard. But look, you think about it, there's other stuff going on. Clubs and pubs are also bringing in facial recognition. In Wardour Street in Soho last weekend, people were queuing up to go into O'Neill's in front of facial recognition cameras. This is monstrous. We should boycott these places. We should take action against all these impositions. But now think about it. We're campaigning against a new law. Starmer could back off. He could say, all right, we won't do it. But by the time he says that, all of these things will be in place. And then they will have voluntary, so-called, cooperation between different observation surveillance schemes. So we could have it by another way. Think about that. So we've got to be practical too and take down, we've got to break the legs of this imposition as it comes before us. And next thing, what about the parliamentary circus? Well, first of all, good thing I say, my brothers knew your party. He's made it very clear he's totally against Digi-ID. So that is a step forward. There's plenty of other things. I think people should join that party, by the way, I have, and go in there and argue the point for all freedom movement things. But what about the other party? The Reform Party, for example. Well, Anne Widdecombe was on TV about a week ago where she said the leadership of Reform all actually want Digi-ID and they're not telling you that. And we sent a note to what's his name? Farage, Nigel Farage, and asked him, is this true? And he hasn't replied. Look, it wouldn't be difficult to say no, would it? He hasn't replied. So what is really going on? I mean, I think they do actually. They do want what Anne Widdecombe said, because after all, he would then say it's a victory for their campaign against immigrants, because that's how it was posed. And of course, it'll also be a victory against all aliens, including if they come from the Three-Eye Atlas here. If they haven't got a Digi-ID, they won't be allowed in, will they? So we're safe from invading aliens of all sorts if we have Digi-ID. That's what we've been told. It's insane, isn't it? Okay, so one other danger is it will be smuggled through under the cover of Digi-Rights. Now, Digi-Rights are put forward by the Together Controlled Opposition operation, where, you see, it sounds very nice to have, all right, we'll have Digi with rights, okay? As soon as that gets in, the rights will be taken away, and then we are completely screwed. Think about that. Do not go along for any campaign of rights within the Digi prison. We don't want the Digi prison, period. Thank you. And the last thing that could happen, or the next thing after that, it could get even worse. Once we have this Digi-ID, then we'll be asked, just for your convenience, would you like a little microchip popped in your body? Then you don't have to worry about a card, nothing. You can walk around, open doors, everything. But then you'll be part of not just the Internet of Things, you'll be part of the Internet of Bodies. And they'll have mechanisms to control your body and mind. We'll all be automatons. That's what will happen. That is the way this is going. It is technocracy. It's the most evil thing you can imagine. The technocracy as introduced first in this country by no less than Claire Fox of Together, now Baroness Claire Fox. Look, do you become a baroness for doing good things for the People's Revolution? I don't think so. Anyway, there we are. Let us press on. What do we need to do then? I think we've got to have two things in mind. One is campaigns of explanation to everybody, which is what this is. We're going to the public today. We've got to get 90% of the public on our side, if not 100%. Yes, I can wind up, she says. Yes, I will. I've been wound up. Yes. That's the first thing. And the second thing is do actual action which makes effect. And I want to say the most important thing, and it's what Debbie's been doing, of course, is keep cash campaigns. Because, yes, keep cash, keep cash, keep cash, keep cash, keep cash. Because if we keep cash, they cannot impose this stuff. And we should put the supermarkets in an order of digi-dystopia. A digi-dystopia parade for the supermarkets. The worst ones and the best ones, and then we boycott the worst ones. Because the worst ones have got cameras in there already, you know. They're all going that way, but we've got to stop that. And we should say no to online data requests. you know, we've got to decrease our digi-track, not increase it. And I suggest people should pay their council tax in cash. Imagine, that's quite easy, isn't it? They used to have those little shops where you paid your rent and council tax. Why not pay council tax in cash? Just to make the point. So, and the last thing to say is join our Telegram group, Stop Digi ID United. Stop Digi ID United. Remember that? Get that on there. And I will end there to say, Stop Digi ID, Stop Digi ID, Stop Digi ID, and for everybody around the world, we know what to say. Resist, defy, do not comply. Resist, defy, do not comply. Thank you, thank you, thank you.